guys, welcome back to Sinfully Scented. I'm Rebecca, and in today's video I am sharing with you the making of Oatmeal Milk and Honey. Oatmeal Milk and Honey Soap is an iconic soap. Every soap maker has their own version of it, and I'm very excited to share with you all my version of this soap today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I put out a new video every week. This week you got 2 videos. That might not always be the case, but at least for this week it is. I was kind of ahead of the game, I guess you could say. This Oatmeal Milk and Honey Soap will be available for purchase on our website on February 3rd. It needs to sit and dry or cure, as soap makers call it, for about 4 weeks before I can list it for sale. But I'm so happy with how it turned out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. The exact recipe that I'm using today is going to be included in the description box below, so feel free to check that out if you want to try making this one for yourself. For my additives, I'm going to be adding in buttermilk, oat powder, and honey. I've just added the honey and the oat powder into the buttermilk so that they could mix in with that thoroughly. And if you watched my video earlier this week about the milk soap test, that was why I decided to use buttermilk in this one, because I really liked the effect that the buttermilk had in the final soap. For my fragrance oil today, I'm using Oatmeal Milk and Honey fragrance from Bulk Apothecary. This one smells really good. It's similar to an oatmeal cream pie cookie. It has a slight cinnamon smell. It does discolor your soap, so keep that in mind. It discolors more if you gel the soap versus an ungelled soap. I kind of find that out by accident. But with this one, I wanted to do an in the pot swirl, so I actually divided off some of the soap batter to make it white. Here I realized my cup was a little bit too small, so I actually transferred it back into my measuring cup and then stick blended the white just to fully incorporate it, and then I poured the white back into the cream colored batter and then poured it into my mold. I've lined the bottom of my mold with a small piece of bubble wrap. This will help to mimic a honeycomb kind of texture on the top of the soap. So the bottom of the soap will actually be the top of the soap once all is said and done. Since I knew that the top of my soap was actually going to be the bottom once it was unmolded, I wanted to really take my time here and make sure that I smoothed out the top of the soap so that it sat flat once I flipped it over. So that's why I'm taking a knife here and adding a little bit of soap batter to make sure I fill in all those little cracks and crevices and keep everything perfectly smooth so that when I flipped it over, I had like a level, even soap. Here's the honeycomb texture on the top once I removed the bubble wrap, and you can really see that marbled look on the side. The soap turned out so beautiful. I really love it. I've never done the bubble wrap trick. I know a lot of soap makers use that one a lot when especially making soaps with honey and things in them. I had never tried it myself, and I really love the way it turned out. I'm actually cutting the soap in a miter style soap cutter that I made myself using some scrap wood from building my soap molds, and this worked really well for me. In the future I might upgrade to a wire cutter, but for now, especially with doing these small batches, this little miter box style should do just fine.